All right, so this is Poly 25, number 15. It says P of x is a third-degree polynomial functions whose zeros are 1 plus or minus the square root of 2 and negative 1/2. Given that P of 2 equals 10, find P of 1. So as soon as you see that they give you that point, that given P of 2 equals 10, that clues you in that they want an equation that is not relatively prime. They want you to find the A value of the equation. And then once you find the equation, they don't want the equation. They want you to determine what is P of 1. So what does y equal when x equals 1? So the first thing you need to do is actually come up with the equation. So you're given the roots here are 1 plus or minus 2 and negative 1/2. So to find the equation, I always start in the same way. I'm working backwards. So I'm going to set x equal to each one of those. Now, the plus or minus, I know that came from square rooting the equation. And I know when I'm working forwards, I can't square root an equation until the thing I want to square root is alone. And the same thing here, I'm going to square this, but I can't do that until it's alone. So I'm going to subtract the 1. And now that my plus or minus is alone, now I can square both sides. So remember, when you square this side, this is x minus 1 times x minus 1. So this will be x squared minus 2x plus 1. And when I square this, my plus or minus will go away, and the square root of 2 times the square root of 2 is just 2. And I need to have this equal to 0, so I'm going to subtract that 2. And now I have my first factor. Now I'm going to go over to this one, and I'm going to basically do the same thing. I'm going to work backwards. So I got the 1/2 because I would have divided both sides by 2. So now I'm going to do the reverse. I'm going to multiply by 2. And now I'm going to add the 1 over. So now I have the factors. So if I put this together, I could say P of x or y, it doesn't really matter, is going to equal some value a that I don't know yet, x squared minus 2x minus 1 times 2x plus 1. So that's what I know of the equation so far. So I've used this piece of information. Now they told me P of 2 equals 10. So basically that's telling me when x is 2, y or P of x is 10. So I can go plug that into this equation, and then my only variable left will be a. So 10 equals a. 2 squared will be 4, minus 2 times 2 will be 4, minus 1. 2 times 2 will be 4, plus 1. 10 equals a. This will be minus 1 times 5, so this will be minus 5. Whoops, I'm running out of room here. Sorry. And so now when I divide by negative 5, I know my a value is negative 2. All right, so that's beautiful. So I can go up here and I can say, all right, now I have the actual equation that has those roots. But they didn't ask me for the equation. They said, what is P of 1? So I'm going to go to this equation, and everywhere I see x, instead of putting x, I'm going to put 1. So P of 1 equals negative 2. I'm going to have to move my camera down again a little bit. Negative 2. 1 squared is 1, minus 2 times 1 would be negative 2, minus 1. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1. So P of 1 is going to equal negative 2. This is going to be negative 2 times 3. A negative times a negative would be a positive. 4 times 3 would be 12. So I know P of 1 is going to equal 12. And then that would be my final answer.